Okay, today on the Cooligans, we're going to be joined by Derrick Etienne Jr.
That's right. He's the president of the Tory Lane's fan club. He also plays professional soccer. We're so excited to have him. Plus, we're going to talk a lot more today
On the
Cooligans! Yeah, baby!
Yeah, I am hype right now doing the Pete Buttigieg dance. you know it? I think I nailed it, all right? Okay, if an old Midwestern white woman can get it, I think I can get it.
You know we got it. We're going to put that to our beat like the baby video.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Hi, my name is Christian Polanco.
I'm Alexis Guerrero.
All right, we are the Cooligans. We are your favorite stand-up comedians that host the funniest soccer show that you've ever seen.
That's right. It's not just that.
It's not just that.
It also happens to be the Cooligans. I got it right this time.
You nailed it, buddy.
Y'all were watching on Tuesday.
So we are thrilled to welcome our next guest today because
I want to do one of these right here.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay,
all right, but you gotta break that. Don't use that much force, bro.
Well, it's the first time somebody touched the table without a razor. It's a glass table. You already know what happens out here. Which segues me to a Patterson legend.
All right, we don't want to start any rumors.
No. This man ranks above Fatty Watt in jersey importance.
Okay.
Someone who I just love this dude's energy on Twitter. I just feel like he gets me. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't listen to his representatives when he tweets, and that's what I like. Ladies and gentlemen, Haitian national team player. And where is he playing MLS? We're about to find out. Put your hands together for the one, the only. Put your guns in the air for Derrick Etienne Jr.
Derrick Etienne Jr., what's up, man?
What's going on, guys?
Yeah. Look, the reputation that Alexis creates for you is not exactly accurate.
Nah,
You're a good dude.
Yes, I hope so.
Great dude. Father a pastor, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so all those are jokes.
You're going to get a sternly worded letter from his dad.
Yeah, they're going to mail us a Bible.
You better unbox his Bible.
Yeah. Why are there so many Post-it notes in here?
Derrick, thanks so much for joining us. And look, this is kind of wild because it must have been 3-4 days ago. Alexis maybe just tweeted at you.
I just jumped in. I slid in the DMs.
Nah,
Yeah.
He didn't know.
No.
He didn't slide in my DMs. He was in the mentions. But
Yeah, in the mentions.
I hit him with the "you up?"
Right there for the public to see.
I quote tweeted you, which is like not really replying, right? Like it was kind of like a side way of replying. Where I was like, "Yo, could someone?" I really meant for you to see it, but I was like, "Could someone help us get this dude on the show?" And you're like, "Why you want me on your show?" And I was like, "This is what I'm talking about right here," because of that reply right there.
Exactly.
Like he was like, "Who are you? Why should I grace your show?"
Nah, more I was thinking, I'm like, dag, like people are coming at my Twitter right now. I can't be in another Twitter beef right now. So it's like,
okay.
Yeah, okay, so you want to be on the show? We're not gonna talk about Twitter, are we?
Yeah.
So what's good about it?
First thing we talked about.
Has that been a thing in your career where like maybe the clubs that you played for or anybody been like, yo, why you tweeting that? Or are they on top of you like that?
Yeah, when I first signed, they were like, I had to go through like a course. Like,
yeah.
Like, this is what you shouldn't tweet, or like, so like at first, like I was just like liking whatever I wanted. So
You
girls
can't be
twerking
reckless
and
with
stuff.
the
Yeah,
faves.
Yeah, girls twerking and stuff. And like, coach, like, yo, what are you doing? Yeah. And then I had to realize that like you can see what people like. So I'm like, oh yes, I stopped liking. I just like DM it to myself now. So keep it to myself.
He hits that save. Nobody uses that save function on Instagram. That little banner.
But this must be how players have to interact, right? But this have to on social media because everybody's like, they have their eyes on you. They're watching what you're doing. They're watching your moves.
It's crazy because like I think like I tweeted something the other day and like people started looking at it, but I looked at my Twitter like 4 days before. I was like, yo, I gotta watch what I tweet because people eyes are on me. I was like, dang, I probably should have listened to myself.
Yeah. Well, you posted, what'd you say? Like, if I say the grass is greener, people gonna think I mean something else.
Yeah, like if the grass is too long, people gonna think I'm taking shots, and then people like, oh, now you're coming at the staff. I'm like, Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Yeah.
That's when I go, cut the grass, dude. Why you read my tweets? Long ass grass. I can't do my job out here. Slipping and sliding.
I'm trying to do some step overs, looking silly out here.
I'm trying to look good. Grass is covering my shoes. I don't want all that.
So,
I attack. A little different.
So let's maybe we can catch people up to where you are. You just were playing FC Cincinnati. You were on
MC.
FC.
Okay, I heard the new mixtape. It's fire. It's fire, yo.
I heard Tory's on it too. Tory might be on it. Yo, Tory, get on that. Yeah.
You really like Tory Lanez?
Yeah, I'm a big Tory Lanez
You put
fan,
something
yeah.
like, what did you say? If you're listening to Chicks Tape 5, which just came out, actually it's a pretty good album. If you listen to it on shuffle, we shooting the ones, which for those of you who don't know means we fighting.
Some people may not know. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you can't. You're supposed to get the full vibes. You can't be out there skipping like the first song. You go now. You're on the last song. Get out of the outro and everything. You can't be doing that. You got to be all in the same.
You want to
thing.
hear the story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You want to hear the story lanes. Also, he has what? Jagged Edge. Jermaine Dupri is on the album.
Jagged Edge. Jermaine.
Is this an album your dad should be listening to?
Hey. It's all about the vibe.
Yeah.
I know what I'm gonna be doing to that. So.
Yeah, by the way, that's the official album to get HPV to. That is nothing. that is all baby making music.
Okay.
The hell? I listen to nothing but Ryder music. He's like, I'm listening to a different Ryder.
I've never listened to a full Tory Lanez album. I just like.
Neither has Tory Lanez. It's literally just Derrick.
He has bangers.
Yeah.
He has bangers without doubt. I'm not taking anything away.
I'm just gonna say this, Tory. They said this, not me. I'm a big fan. If you're gonna send shots, send it at the Cooligans. Don't send it my way.
How about next loan, Toronto FC? Y'all can hang out. Y'all can hang out.
Okay. Let's talk
Get
about
it litty again.
Let's talk about your career at the moment.
So we're not going to just talk about what music he likes. Fair.
We will get back to it. But you playing at FC Cincinnati. What was your time like there? And then what's the next move? What does Derrick Etienne Jr. know about what's happening next?
FC Cincinnati was cool. The fans were really good. So for them being in the position they were when I got there, to still be selling out the games was amazing.
Yeah.
They're really big in it. Like I was the first day I got there, I was walking in. Probably shouldn't say this. I was walking in. I had Chick-fil-A. There's a Chick-fil-A right next to the hotel.
Sure.
Yeah, someone got picked Chick-fil-A. And I said, wait, you look real familiar. I'm like, please, don't do this. So like, nah. Oh yeah, you just got here. Yo, welcome to Cincinnati. You're gonna love it here. But yeah, the people were real nice. The training facilities were cool. But right now, at the moment, I came back. The loan's over, so we'll see what happens in the future.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I love it.
That's a Chick-fil-A plug right there. Just let you know.
Very political answer. We're going to let it sit right there. But so your career sort of now, a lot of people know you, especially for the Haitian national team. You came in, I forgot the first game you came in, they started warming you up midway through the first half, right?
Yeah.
And you came in the second half and immediately changed the pace of the game. How did that feel like for you with everything that's happened? Being Haitian after the earthquake, going back the whole nine, but also being someone who grew up in America. What did that feel like playing for the Haitian national team?
I mean, for my family, I mean, my grandfather's from Haiti, so he was the first one to come over here. And when I told him I was going to play for the Haitian national team, he was crying. So he was like, the Haitians are very proud people. You definitely know that. Yeah, I do. But we
we'll
definitely
get into it. Yeah.
We're gonna do a commercial break before that one, though. I feel like we're gonna take some time with Hispaniola.
It was a big moment for me, and then I was disappointed not to be starting the game, but I always told myself that you take your moments, and I was able to go in there and help the team. But yeah, that was a big moment for me because I was the first time I was on the international stage where everyone can see, and I just wanted to put out a good showing, and thankfully I was able to do that.
Yeah, when the coach was warm up, you're like, oh, I was just about to eat this Chick-fil-A. We got more with Derrick when we get back.
Welcome back. We are back here with Derrick, Etienne Jr. And we were talking about the Haitian national team. And we should talk about because I am Dominican.
That's right.
And Dominican Republic.
Please stop throwing stuff at each other.
I'm glad you're in the between us, Alexis. No, but you know, on a serious note, because this is we've talked about this on the show before. You know, like I was there. I was in Dominican Republic last year for the CONCACAF Champions League game. That's
crazy.
That Cibao FC was playing in, right? So it was like wild to see Dominicans care about soccer, right? And the big issue, a big problem I have whenever I'm there is I hate seeing the way Dominicans treat Haitians in Dominican. It's infuriating. The country has a huge problem with it. I hate it. It's really frustrating. But as a Haitian person and player, what is sort of your feelings towards it? What is it like playing against Dominican Republic as a Haitian player? And what are your thoughts on it to some degree? You know,
honestly, it's beef on site. That's how we are. Like, my first time, I was 18 playing with the U23s, and we went to Dominican Republic. So, we had to drive there the game before, just go over, and they held us there all night. Just like, yeah, you guys got to wait outside the gate to get to cross in. So that was the first thing. So we're like, all right, yo, when we get there, we gonna smack these mugs. We got to.
Yeah.
So then.
Oh, I get it.
But
I mean, if anybody needs me to translate, I got you. You can sense it.
But yeah, I mean, it hasn't really been that difficult because we haven't had that much things to do with each other. Like, we don't play baseball, so it's like there's no beef there. You guys got that, but when it comes to
that's why we brought you. All right, Big Poppy, come on. It's like it's a real rivalry. You can feel it when we step on there, when the national anthem's on. You know, there was kind of disrespect there. You know, they're whistling and stuff during the national anthem. So we just felt that we had the nation on our back and we got to do something. So we were able to go out there and smack y'all around easily.
I ain't even mad.
I mean, that's what happens when you're disrespectful. Because sometimes you catch a big ol' L.
It's one of those things that as a Dominican, I grew up in New York, but like it is a thing that I feel shame about, without a doubt. It's just like, what is the point of all of this? Like, the island itself could be so unified and be beautiful, but they're not about it.
I also would love to hear Creole spoken with a Dominican accent. I think that would be beautiful. Wildly confusing everybody, but beautiful.
I think both countries would be furious about that.
Yeah. I just want to say, as a Cuban, we love Haiti. We are Haitians, peoples. We love them. I don't know what Dominican problem with them is. We love fried cube pork. So let's get it.
Real.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go. Okay. Serious stuff over. When we talk about soccer, you come from a long lineage of playing soccer. Your father played professionally.
Yeah.
Right. Your uncle, I think, also played.
Yeah, they were on the same team.
Your father played for the Richmond Kickers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Long Island Rough Riders.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. We did research just before you walked in here. But your father was like an integral part in you playing soccer and in your development in playing soccer.
100%.
How important was he? And if he wasn't there, do you think you'd be a professional soccer player?
No, not at all. He was extremely important. I think the first time I really said, like you always, as a little kid, you want to do what your dad does. So I was like,
I had no father, so I too would like to not be here sometimes.
Well,
so tell us, what's it like to have a dad, Derrick?
Nah, but yeah, I think the first time I said, I really I on my own wanted to be a soccer player. They just won the national championship, and so he just scored. So So I was like, yeah, that's my dad. That's my dad. Like, no, like, we don't care, bro. Like, who cares? But no, he was always there pushing me. I saw from a young age what being a pro would be like and what I had to do. And so there's a lot of missed out parties in high school and stuff that I couldn't go to because it was just if you really want to be a pro, you can't be doing it what everyone else is doing. So I think for sure without my dad, I wouldn't be a pro here today. And shout out to him. He also got a Instagram account, so if anybody want to follow.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember his handle right now.
Oh,
We'll put it up.
that's not gonna help anybody. You know what? I also don't know my father's Instagram handle. So look at us. Look at us, Derrick. It's Derrick Etienne _.
Yeah, I think that's. I think so.
Okay.
Just type
Is
in
he
Derrick
also-
Etienne. It's the older looking one.
Is he also wild brazy on social media like you or no?
Nah, he's
that from
reserved.
him or what?
I didn't get that from him. That's just
Streets.
that's from Patterson. He's not from Patterson, so he doesn't know. He doesn't know. But
I'm curious about the growing up here and playing soccer here. Like obviously your dad and your family like playing soccer in Haiti, and then being here, and then being in like the U.S. sort of system, Rebel Academy. What was that? Did they see it as either strange, or did they have any challenges with it, or like how was it raising you to become a soccer player for them?
Oh, it was easy. I was always with my dad. He was always playing soccer, so I was always with him. He was carrying me around, playing with them. My dad knew that if you want to be a pro, you gotta be in a pro environment. So for me to be in Rebel at a young age was perfect. They didn't have to pay for it. Just drive me to practice. They gonna do what they need to do.
Yeah.
And then if you didn't like how I was playing, we got car rides home. So you just gotta be ready for that. But to be honest, for knowing what he knew, my dad was spot on with all the stuff I needed to be around and stuff like that. So it was all easy.
And he's tough. I've heard he's like really tough. I heard he would give you grades after every game.
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
His grade was a little lower than what you give yourself.
Yeah, like he'd be like, "Yo, so what do you think how do you think you played?" I look at his face first to try to like get an answer. So I think he started picking up on it. So he would sit there with a straight face.
Poker face.
So what do you think you played? I gave myself a C. Yeah, you tried to get me there. I think you actually played a good game today. Yeah. I remember.
you,
I think the one time when I was playing indoor, I think I tell everybody the story, and he like looked at me and he's like, "Yo, you suck today." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Yo, I scored 2 goals. So what? You could have had 5. It doesn't matter." I'm like, "Okay." Next game, went out there. Like, how'd I play this time? Yeah, you play better. I'm like, this guy, there's no pleasing this guy. But nah, I think that's one of the reasons why I play like I play, and the player I am today is because I'm always expecting, there's always a higher ceiling, another level to get to. You never know who's watching you. So, I thank him for that, because if he wasn't as tough on me, I wouldn't be able to take, professional coaches and things like that yelling at me. So he set me up pretty well.
That's how it is with Caribbean parents. You can't. There's nothing you could do.
Yeah,
You're never successful.
You're never successful.
They only tell everyone else how great you are.
Exactly.
They only tell you you're trash.
Hold on. Derek's walking in the room. Yeah, you suck, Derek.
Yeah. I was just telling him how much you suck. I'm so proud of him. We'll be right back after this. That's right, baby. We're back with Derrick Etienne Jr. If only you could hear what gets said in the
We have a good time out here.
It's a little brazy. I want to talk to you about something that's near and dear to me, which is you're a dude from Patterson. I grew up in Newark. There's a certain way we carry ourselves, right? Yeah. And it seems like American soccer.
Are you carrying?
Yeah. No, officer, we're not. Damn, I didn't know you were wearing a jersey with the number 12 on it. But there's a certain way we carry ourselves, and American soccer overwhelmingly is, I don't know how to say it, very white, okay, very suburban. How is it? You were on the inside, right? For a little while, you were being looked at by a U.S. men's national team, right?
Yeah.
But you've been around the academy system for a long time. Is there, maybe we don't see it, but it feels like, especially when it comes to Latinos, like it's a lot of conversation, a lot of articles being talked about how there's no one that really represents us. For someone from Patterson, someone who grew up, someone who's black, was there a lot of representation? Did you see that, or did you really have to lean on your family for that?
I mean, there were certain guys like DeMarcus Beasley,
right,
Josie, but like you don't really get to see I guess because now with the social media and things, you're able to see the other side of off the field. But so off the field, it was more like, yeah, I always looked up to Allen Iverson. That was a big, Tracy McGrady. Those guys were big for me growing up, because for me at least, Allen Iverson, he brought to you how you were, off the field on the court. So you weren't afraid to be yourself.
Right.
And I think that was big for me because, like you said, when you do look at soccer, you do see predominantly, especially in MLS at the time, was a predominantly white sport. So to be able to show your swag or a little bit of yourself is something I always wanted to do. For me, I hated wearing the short shorts. So I was always the kid who was wearing like large shorts.
Right.
But they were like, yo, why are your shorts so big? That's how
Sponsored by And1?
Yeah, or like wear my socks all the way up as high as it can go. So like little things like that is something I try to do, just to be yourself, to be comfortable. I feel that you play your best when you're happy and when you're comfortable. So Allen Iverson was big on that. But then, yeah, definitely looking at my dad, I'm gonna clown him. He used to wear the huge shin guards, like the big ones. Yeah.
You want to also cover your ankle?
Yeah. So I was like, yo, I can't be wearing those. Yo, I can't. And so I remember the first time, like I went out and got my own stuff. I got him. He's like, yo, these don't have the ankle guards. Like, what? Ankle guards? I'm like, what's next? You want me to have some Crocs and some jean shorts on out there?
Out here wearing suspenders?
Yeah. You got a walker with the tennis balls on the bottom?
Just trying to, any way you can, just try to, everyone says it now, bring the culture on the field. So I think you see that more now, guys with, rocking the tats. I know my roommate in Haiti, he used to play for, he plays for New England. Okay. He got the tats. He's also Japanese, so he got the little Japanese stuff on it. So it's cool, like, to see how guys can, bring their off-field onto the field. That's what I try to do. I don't try to really be a trendsetter or nothing like that. I just try to be myself, and then hopefully, another little kid will sooner or later be like, okay, like, I like him. Like, when you're a professional, I look at it, who can you inspire for the next generation? That's what I try to do.
Right. Do you think about that? Do you think maybe you are inspiring the next generation? Do you get a chance to talk to a lot of the academy kids? Because you came through the academy. Are you seeing more diversity?
Yeah. I think like when I first signed, I was doing the Hotline Bling celebration. Right. And then now the kid Omir Fernandez, he used to play in the academy. He was doing it too. So like little things like that. I had a cousin who was in the academy. So he used to try to do the hotline if he scored anything. So like little things like that, winning trophies and stuff like that, it's amazing, and that's what you get paid to do. But to be able to say like, one of my boys just hit the hotline in the academy, that's something cool. So,
and didn't you and BWP used to do like kind of like a schmurder dance or something, right?
Yeah. Nah. So I don't know how this came about. Like he listened to like grime. Like
he's a grime artist.
He got bars.
Yeah, he does got a couple bars.
We challenged him to a battle.
I can't give him all that credit. I know he got some bars, but I can't give him all that credit.
He has a limited amount of bars.
Bars exist.
No, yeah. Sure.
We tried. We challenged him to a rap battle, and we're like, you're gonna win. We suck. We ain't got no bars, dog.
Nah, he would never do that because like. He doesn't know what you guys have, so he's like, he's like, I don't want to go out there, put out some bars, and like, yo, these guys are actually nice.
I'm like, Doug, we trash. Like, I promise you, we trash.
Yeah, but like, so the song called Gunling came out.
Yeah,
it's crazy because from Patterson, Gunling. It's stereotypical.
We're like, we're all British people, like, what the one gun y'all got in that country?
Yeah. So like in the song they started doing this dance. They're like, yo, that's hot, and he's like, yo, next goal, yo, we gotta do it. It's like, all right, word. So then. Luckily, like the next game I scored, we were able to do it afterwards. It was cool, but yeah, I always look at things like I've been tweeting at Odell. I'm gonna try to learn how to moonwalk. I got cleats on. He did it mad. He looked mad smooth doing this. I'm like, yo,
that's turf though.
Yeah. I'm like, yo,
sorry, maybe stop complaining about the tall grass. You move a little smoother.
Yeah, but I'm always trying to find a way to have fun and go viral.
Yeah.
Got a nice GIF.
It's true.
A nice GIF made out of you.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So, do you think that there is that is very much lacking in MLS in general, where it seems a little bit, I don't want to say like corporate per se, but it seems like there's a almost like a military type, like this is how we, you want to be proper in this league, this is what you sort of need to do. I think you're sort of seeing little by little players, kind of show a little bit more of their personality, but it seems a little bit more staunch than other leagues.
Yeah, for sure. I think that, guys are starting to come out more.
We know what you mean.
we got all right. We're not 13 years old, Derrick.
Some of us are not 13 years old.
But yeah, guys are trying to be more comfortable, and showing that side of themselves. We try. I think it's because we try so hard to prove that our league is worth being watched. You don't want to be out there doing anything crazy and stuff. But I think the more and more people get more comfortable with the league and where we are as a league, I think that you're going to be able to see a lot more guys, come out of their shells, because there's a lot of cool guys in this league who are just as crazy as some of the crazy guys that in the league.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Pogba. Like, I think he kind of changed the game a little bit, because he made it okay to me, where people just accepted it. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
I'm like, oh, word. All right, you could be a little hip hop if you want, and it's not a big deal. Like, American soccer to me always seemed a little staunchy, a little stuffy. So when I saw you and BWP did, I was like, okay, shit changed. And I'm like, oh, of course he's from Patterson. Had to be one of us.
Oh, it all checks out.
Yeah, we good. Let's go to Checkers.
No, it's nice to see, but even speaking of Pogba, there's a lot of blowback, right? It's just the media starts to talk about they're not focused on the game and all this other stuff, and it's like, yo, he's still your best player, right?
Exactly.
Is there ever a concern that might, is that why people might be cautious to do that stuff, because they don't want to deal with the criticism?
Yeah, for sure. I think like you said, Pogba's a big example. He might not be playing the way everybody thinks he should be playing, but at the end of the day, he's still getting results. But if you're out there, Millie rocking and stuff, look at Jesse Lingard.
Lingard, yeah.
Everyone's talking about, you haven't done that since you Millie rocked at Emirates.
Yeah.
So it can be a downfall, but
but don't you think it's because it was a trash Millie Rock, right?
It wasn't bad. It was against Arsenal. It was against Arsenal.
Trash.
But yeah,
I still hate it. Can't do that on every block.
All right, we'll be back with Derrick with more after this. All right, we are back. We're having a great convo here with Derrick Etienne Jr. I wanted to ask you about the news that just happened a day or two ago. Thierry Henry going to Montreal Impact. I'm laughing because I mentioned
no specific reason.
I mentioned it before during the break, and Derrick giggled a little bit. I'm like, all right, what's happening here?
Breaking. Derrick giggled.
But this is huge. I mean, Thierry Henry coming back to MLS. I'm sure. You didn't play with him, but you did.
I trained with him.
You trained with him, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, this is huge for Major League Soccer. I think definitely when Rebels play Montreal, there's going to be some sort of his welcome back to Rebel Arena is probably going to be wild too. When you heard that news? How'd you feel?
I was surprised. I'm like, oh, TT's back.
Yeah.
The sidelines are gonna be crazy during the game. But nah, I wasn't really with him a lot, but I'm really close with Brad, who's really close with him, and some of the stories that he's told me were crazy. So it's gonna be real interesting. I think he's definitely gonna bring some personality to the MLS and to that team. So we'll see. Rebels are rival with almost everyone in the East, so it's obviously it's a rival. But then for TT to be back at Rebel Arena, hopefully he don't smack us.
When you see something like Thierry Henry coming back to MLS to be a manager, do you think that says anything about the league? Because it seems like if he's taking a chance to sort of rebuild his career after what happened in Monaco, most people would say he could go to a championship team or he can go to a different club in France. But for him to come to MLS, you being an MLS player, do you think cool, that's the league is leveled up a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. I think Zlatan being in the league, Rooney was being in the league, Vela being in the league, guys like that is great. But then when you can get someone like that to be on the outside looking in, I think that's amazing, because you want good players in the league. But then when you get a good manager, so we'll see if he gets the results that he wants. But that's something very high profile that you had him, you had Tata Martino, you had Dominic at New York City. So I think it's definitely bringing up the level of the league to get good players, but also good coaches. So excited to see what happens in 2020.
Okay. Now, I mean, this isn't a part of our show, but that's something we're interested in, right? You were loaned out to FC Cincinnati. Let's say the next step in your career is another loan. Would you be interested in maybe playing with TT?
I can't say anything about that.
Okay.
You have to
Don't answer that.
my representatives made sure I didn't drop any leaks on this.
Also, we were emailed not to ask you that question, but we did anyway. This is the voice of Christian Polanco.
I'm curious about your time with the Rebels, whether it continues or not. But your time playing against NYCFC and that rivalry, when that team came into the league. How did you feel in those games, and how do the Rebels prepare playing against NYCFC?
So we hate them as much as they hate us. So like the rivalry is crazy, but I think it's definitely evened out since the 7-0. Yeah, we smacked Josh 7. But
now's probably a good time to tell you we're both season 3 to NYCFC.
We smacked them 7. But
yes, it was a rough day.
Yeah, we stayed for the whole match. We watched the whole thing. I was like, I like to wait till the end of the funeral before I leave.
Be a little rude.
Parking lot clears out a little bit.
But we know it was always gonna be a battle. So going into those games, especially at NYCFC, we knew the field was smaller. So there's little things. One thing I give you guys is Morales is a baller.
Yeah, great, isn't he?
For someone so small, the way he competes is insane. So we always try to make sure that we were looking out for him. Of course, David Villa was a big problem. But yeah, we don't really care how the game looks when it gets to that. We know that whoever wants it more is going to win, no matter what quality you have on the field. So if you're there for the battle, you'll win the game. And I think we've been up for the battle most of the times. Favorite moment was definitely when I scored and they threw the Smurfs head on the field. Because I was, to be honest, I was actually surprised because like it almost hit me. I was like, "Yo, who's throwing this at me?" And I saw the Smurf head. I said, "Get this out of here, man!" But we take real pride in that. Those games and DC games are games we really definitely get up for, and New England. But yeah, those games, we understand. Like I said, it's all about competing. And if we can go through practice, so that week of practice is hell. You got guys yelling on each other, yo, you're not working hard enough. It's not even that, yo, you can have an open goal. Yo, you didn't the play before that. You didn't make the run in behind, bro. What are you doing? Like they don't to be honest. It's everyone's uptight because you never want to lose that rivalry game because you got the city on the line.
Yeah, but that is great to hear just about
players taking
it seriously because it not only does it mean a lot for the rivalry, for the league, but for the city, just like
and for the sport. There's a lot. You were talking about Knicks before. There's a lot of sports. There's a lot of professional teams in New York. So for soccer to sort of level up and to continue to build in the city, you want that rivalry to be as heated as it is, and to know that the players take it as seriously as the fans do. Sometimes the fans take it a little too seriously. All right.
Is there any bigger rivalry right now as far as like in the New York area? I mean, Giants Jets, it's nothing, right?
No, nobody cares.
Nobody cares about those. Yeah. Knicks Nets, less people care about that. Yeah. So I think this is the best rivalry we have right now.
Rangers Islanders, nobody cares about hockey. Sorry, the producer was just talking to my.
I don't even know the last time I saw a Rangers, to be honest.
Unless you're sponsoring, in which case we love the Rangers.
Yeah, even Yankees Mets. It's like, I mean, they're clearly a David and Goliath type of situation. But no, I like hearing that because it's at least like, oh look, this is the passion is there, not just for the sport in itself, but this rivalry is. I mean, honestly, what I think is missing is if and when NYCFC get a stadium, finally it's like these two sort of behemoths in this.
It won't matter.
It won't matter.
Man, I saw that balloon.
Like it really won't. Like I think the best thing for it is that you can be like, like we say, we beat you guys 7-0 at home. That's not your home. Do you want that to happen at your crib?
Not everyone could be a homeowner, all right? Sometimes you rent. You know?
Because my finances ain't where they need to be.
Maybe you get a previously furnished apartment.
All right.
So you can, you pay on a weekly basis or whatever, but then you make it, all right? Some of us make the American dream in a different way.
Okay, we'll be back with Derrick after this. Oh my God.
That's right, baby. We're back with Derrick Etienne Jr. This has been an absolutely incredible episode so far. When people sort of want to know a little bit about a player, right? They'll go on their social media. Sometimes you don't get everything that you need to know about someone. Like, what is it that you want people to know, right? Because you sometimes talk a little wild on the internet. You share a lot of wild stuff. I love your Twitter. I'm a big fan. I know, I'm sure Don Garber and your representatives aren't, but I am. You know, what do you think? Like, what do you like when someone's like, "Yo, what makes Derrick Etienne Jr. Derrick Etienne Jr.?" What do you think that is?
I just try to be as real as possible. I don't want people to think that, you know, because I'm from Patterson, so I don't want people to think that, yo, like you just left Patterson and it's, you know, you're in corporate world now, so you don't know how to maneuver
right
in both worlds. So I try to be as straight up as possible. I try to be interactive with people. I mean, I don't think I'm a big time athlete or anything. So like, I know if someone tweets at me and I think it's funny, I might respond. Like, so it's cool. I like to be interactive on Twitter and social media and stuff. So like if at any time, I think for the most part, anyone should know that, yeah, he's a cool guy. He's down to earth. He's mad chill. You might get a response from him. You might get a like from him.
And that's how we got you on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, that's the most important thing. I don't want to be fake.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
See, it's funny because and people think like I'm crazy. Someone said to me the other day, "It's like, yo, I've never heard someone rep Newark as hard as you do." It's like it sort of prepares you for the world. Like you have to sort of maintain, because if you're not a certain way, you can't go back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
And like that's something that's like wild important to me. It's like when I was in the corporate world, or now I've been a stand-up comic for 10 years. It's like I have to carry myself a certain way. It's like I always think like, yo, what would the dudes I grew up with think about what I was doing right now or how I was acting right now? And that's something constant. Do you think that's helped you in your sort of professional soccer career?
I think so, because, you know, I always think, you know, for me, like, because I like to help out little kids. Mm-hmm. So if I go back to little kids and I'm acting brand new and different and stuff, they won't be able to relate to me.
Absolutely.
So I try to be able to relate to.
That's why I don't help out kids.
But nah, like.
Very brand new.
Yeah. I can't hear you all the way this far up in the penthouse. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I think that's helped me because going back, I think off season's the most is the most time I get to go back. So like I'll go back and play at Turf City,
right?
And like you don't want to be out there, you know. Yo, I'll play for Red Bull. Get out there. I want this. Like, nah, you go out there. You're just a regular guy.
Right.
So I try to be a regular guy, even though I do have a certain status, I guess. You know, the verification check, you know. Have you really helped me out there? Thank you, Twitter. Thank you, Instagram.
No slide tackling. I got a blue check.
Yo, you tackle me, I slide in your girl's DMs.
Yeah.
And
by the way, he was planning on doing it anyway.
But nah, I definitely am grateful for where I came up from, where I grew up from, because that's molded me and made me to who I am. So I try. Hopefully, I don't ever really be like forget Patterson and stuff like that. So yeah, shout out to Patterson.
It's great.
Silk City, baby.
That's right. That's where I got married.
See,
For real. At the Brownstone.
yeah, we out here.
Son, you know how to keep it gully.
Keep it going.
Within affordable Patterson
That's
price
right.
range.
My wife's like, I want to get married somewhere nice. Scratch all that. We're going to Patterson. Tell your family to go down 46 if they don't want to see the projects.
Are you proud of me?
You want to see how I came up?
I think it's cool because there is, I grew up in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, and there is a sense of like you have to operate one way here and one way in the other. But it's it's a thing of like you have to. It's code switching, right? Is that what they call it? But it's probably a little bit more complex than that because it's like you don't want to give up who you are and where you came from, and also still, participate in the conference call.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes, you got to be like, I go from, yo, bro, like, yo, get on my face, I'm going to snuff you to, hey, how you doing? Hey, this is Derrick Etienne. You're speaking to him right now. At this moment, I
Please
can't really
remove
speak.
yourself from my face. or I will gladly snuff you.
Oh my God, great.
So seriously, Derrick, where are you playing next season?
I will be playing with Cut the Cameras now.
We fade to black.
But we wish you all the best, man. I know you're gonna have a wonderful continuation of your career wherever you end up. And
Regardless of where that is, take it easy at NYCFC. We in the stands, man.
That's all we
We're
want.
Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan, Arsenal fan. Please stop scoring on us.
Just think about us for a second.
Free chopped cheese if you throw the game.
We got you, all right?
Oh, got you, fam.
Oh, God, that chopped cheese is for you, dog.
Yo, it's going to be warm as hell when you play.
Salt, pepper, ketchup, all that,
All
son.
that.
All that,
Yo,
son.
Taylor ham, egg, and cheese is for me and all my friends.
Derrick Etienne Jr., thank you so much for joining us, man. This has been great. I'm glad we met you on Twitter, and it's even better in real life.
That's right. Everybody, yo, tweet at him. He'll show up at your house.
Don't slide up in my DMs. Don't do that. You'll get the pause automatically.
Derrick, thanks
been
again,
an
man.
honor,
We
man.
appreciate you, dude. All right, so we'll be back with more after this.
Deuces.
Well, thank you again, Derrick Etienne Jr.
How incredible was he?
Unreal. Dope, dude. A homie.
It's so worth him getting in trouble with his representation for being on the show.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be all right. That was honestly one of my favorite interviews we've ever done. What a
super
great
fun.
dude.
It's cool when we meet, just down to earth players.
That's right. We just got to get more people from Patterson and Newark, and
Yeah,
we'll be all right.
why can't there be more players directly from Patterson, Compton,
Watts.
Watts?
Yeah.
Why you need to get the soccer academies need to be right there.
Yo, Brownsville United. Let's go.
Okay, Flatbush FC.
Right?
Let's do it.
We'll be all right. We'll put those little security things on our laptop. We'll be all right.
So again, thank you again, Derrick Etienne, for joining us.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you for responding to Twitter.
They usually don't.
They usually don't.
Most players do not. But we wanted to talk about one quick thing that was news that happened just a couple days ago.
Great news.
But relevant to Red Bull and Sky Blue FC. Sky Blue FC officially announces that they will have a partnership with the New York Red Bulls where they'll be playing all their 2020 matches at Red Bull Arena.
Yeah, this is huge.
This is huge, especially for this is huge for soccer, huge for women's soccer in the tri-state area.
Huge for those players.
Exactly.
You know?
A lot of people happy. We've had
What was it? Yak or something like that?
Yurkak.
Yurkak? All right.
Yak.
No, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. I don't know. But that's what they were playing before, which is like 2 hours away.
Yeah, away from New York. It was a little difficult to get to.
Yeah.
It was like by Rutgers, right?
I guess so.
Around that area. Okay, cool. Well, you're the one from New Jersey.
No,
Yes.
I'm not. I'm from Newark. It's different.
I'm from Newark. Okay, my
It's
criminal
different.
record says so.
That's our state ID in Newark.
So, but no, this is tremendous. I mean, we went to the Sky Blue match where they played against the Seattle Reign at Red Bull
It's
Arena.
like 10,000 people there.
Yeah,
They broke a record for Sky Blue FC.
So,
match.
it was a big issue for a lot of the Sky Blue fans where like they weren't going regularly to matches because it was just a little inconvenient to get to, especially the ones that were, to support an NWSL team, the closest team was Sky Blue, and it wasn't, and if you were in the New York area, it was difficult to get to.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and you can clearly see when this has happened with the Washington Spirit as well, when they've been playing their matches at Audi Field, and they nearly sell them out pretty much. I think they've sold out one or two. So this is a good move for MLS teams.
Yeah.
There's no real reason to not do it and not make it work similar to Timbers Thorns. And
I'm sure if you manage Red Bull Arena, you were worried maybe the fans wouldn't show up, and maybe it's an expenditure that you don't make back in ticket sales or something. I'm not exactly sure how it works out, but I think those two matches showed, even though the second one didn't have as big a fan base to show up, that was still incredible.
It was still a lot, and there were a lot of issues. That game happened was at like 11 a.m. before a Red Bull match, so it's like even with that, they still had I think like 7
8,000. So
And the big news is too is that they're announcing it as a partnership with New York Red Bulls. So maybe there are more double headers. Maybe there's a chance that hey, if you could buy a ticket for this match, you get a free ticket to this NWSL match, which hopefully opens the door to new fans to come watch NWSL.
It's exciting. I'm happy for them, and we've had Kaylin Sheridan, who's the goalkeeper for Sky Blue FC on our show, who's awesome. Check out our podcast, check out our YouTube if you haven't seen that interview because it's incredible.
She's great.
And it's good to see more positive news coming from Sky Blue FC because they
had a rough go about a year ago.
There were a couple issues, but it seems to be that things are on the up and up for them. So another thing I wanted to get to, other news that happened this week, the announcement of another retirement.
That's right, David Villa done, calling it quits.
Calling it quits, but he is
storied career. I mean,
of course, but he is still playing for Vissel Kobe in Japan.
This is his last season.
He's trying to get them the trophy, the Emperor's Cup. That's what it's called out there.
Bit much.
No,
everybody relax.
No, it's the MVP is actually called the Shogun of the Year. So that's pretty cool. But no, David Villa, a person we've gotten to meet, crazy. He's had an incredible career. It's crazy that we've met David Villa and he's like a part of our lives.
It's weird that we worked for David Villa at one point.
Yeah, it's insane. So Guaje, just an incredible career. Obviously, it's not over.
No.
Queensboro FC is happening. He's coming back to New York to maybe break some NYCFC Hearts fans.
Yeah, absolutely. Or give them a place to go if they want to leave being NYCFC fans, apparently. A lot of people ready to jump ship.
But
there.
I think, David Villa might end up becoming a very important figure in soccer in the U.S.
Youth development.
And in New York.
Yeah.
The DV7 Academy. He has academies in Dominican Republic.
I mean,
I'm
sorry. United.
How much is David Villa doing for me in my life directly? It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. He's really integrating himself. Wait till he starts doing stand-up. The whole thing.
He's with twins. Yeah. All right, we'll be back with more after this.
Guys, what an absolutely incredible episode this has been.
We crushed it.
We did great.
We did great. Thank all the reviews are in, and it's been our 2 reviews.
Yes,
positive.
Whatever. Those are the reviews that are in so far.
I don't tell you. All right, we didn't make the rules.
No, I mean we had to carry Derrick the whole time. No, really, what an absolutely incredible interview, man.
Derrick Etienne Jr. Make sure you follow him on all social medias. He's hilarious on all the things.
What a lovable character on social media.
So again, yes, make sure you follow him, and thank you again for watching the show. We appreciate it. Next week we'll be doing a best of episode.
Best of, it's
because of Thanksgiving and all that stuff. So happy holidays.
Who are you?
My name is Christian Blanco.
I'm Alexis Guerreros.
Together, what are we?
The Cooligans.